was packaged into our flagship last year. These were flagship features. So this alone should just tell you kind of how far back in the presentation we started talking about this.
Yeah.
The total upgrade of the Samsung lineup. High tide raises all boats. Everything's getting better as a result. So fast forward now, 2025. So Neo QLED QN90F, biggest thing off the gate, glare free. So Jeff, I know you're going to love that. So glare free
experience that Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Before we get started in a little while, I'm going to give you a short little video of something that we experienced at CES 2025. My team was able to go down and we had an opportunity to speak to Samsung Display. And we got a little bit of information about some of the new OLED TVs that we have coming out in 2025. So take a look at this video, and again, we'll get started shortly. Thanks again for joining, and we'll talk in a few minutes.
Okay, so here we are, CES 2025. Guys, it's our pleasure today. We've got a great video lined up for you. We're going to be talking to Chirag Shah at Samsung Display. This is a part of Samsung's business that we've been wanting to get in here for a long time and really just talk to the man himself. And he's going to break it down for us today, all the great stuff that we want to hear. So Chirag, go ahead, let it rip, man.
John and your team that's going to watch it later, welcome. We're excited that you reached out. The first thing, this is our new logo for QD OLED. So we're kind of like, I'll move here, that way it'll come.
Yeah, it's going to track you.
So that's our new logo. It's something we're very passionate about. Basically, 2025 is what we look at it is a quantum leap of experience that we're kind of unveiling this year. So if you come over here, let's start with this. So a few of the key things that we're unveiling here, first of all, is that this year, the QD OLED lineup, the TVs 55, 65, and 77, are the brightest displays, the brightest panels we've ever produced. We're able to reach 4,000 nits of peak brightness, 2,200 of 10%, and over 440 nits of full white. That's an exceptional performance when you think about it, that QD OLED uses an RGB structure. The benefit of having the high brightness is truly remarkable HDR experience. And what makes the QD OLED experience a step above the white OLED or some of the other technology is that we can make colors, reproduce colors right from the deepest blacks, the low gray region, all the way to the brightest brights. So you're getting a truly additive RGB display, 4,000 nits of true color luminance. So this is red plus green plus blue. Now let me tell you how we're able to reach the 4,000 nits. The reason we're able to reach that 4,000 nits magic number is by completely updating or rather let's say re-engineering the soul of the QD OLED, which is the OLED material, or what is also called the electroluminescent material. Why is it called electroluminescent? Is that's where you convert electrons to photons. Our new material is called hyper-efficient EL 3.0. That's our third generation EL material. What that allows you to do is that basically when you convert electrons to photons, it's all about the recombination. So electrons are being converted to photons. The new material is able to convert more photons from the same number of electrons. So 30% increase in the number of photons created. What that means is more photons are being generated, which actually increases the brightness. And because we don't use color filters, we use color conversion. These red and green quantum dots are actually printed quantum dots that the blue energy, the blue photons are the highest energy waveform. They hit the red quantum dots and they are down converted to red photons and green photons. And the blue is actually a pass-through layer. That's how we're able to get the 4000 nits. It's to do with material science, and the core of QD OLED remains the same, OLED plus quantum dots. So you get the brightest colors, you get the most accurate colors, you get the most uniform panel. All of this still remains true, but gets better in 2025.
Awesome.
The other aspect, now this is more focused on our monitor business, but let me share with you. One of the key improvements for this year is what we call the Pico Inkjet Pro process. This allows us to increase the PPI on the monitors. This is the highest PPI monitor product in the market. White OLED cannot reach 160 PPI. 160 PPI means we can create 27-inch 4K, and that's going to be launched by Samsung and other brands. And the other key message for this year is that with the combination of our 4000 nits, our hyper-efficient EL 3.0, Pico Inkjet, as well as our innovative driving tech, we can do 27-inch QHD at 500 Hertz. That's going to be the fastest gaming monitor, OLED gaming monitor out there.
Wow.
Now, that's kind of like all the technical stuff condensed into a short message. Here's what you can see is last year we had 3000 nits, this year is 4000 nits, and you can kind of see the big jump.
All right, Chirag, so I'm looking at the 2024 QD OLED display here, and we knew that we had that on our S95D on that one here. And now I'm looking at the new one, the 2025 QD OLED 4000 nits, and we'll just make an assumption that this is going to be found on our S95F, which we cannot wait to see. But I think really the question is, how do we basically promote this to the general public? Why do I want to have a TV, especially an OLED display that is that bright?
Sure. So I would say there are three reasons. When we talk about higher brightness capabilities, that also indicates more durability. So you would never increase the brightness if we didn't think the panel was capable. So it's not that you're going to be running at 4000, but it's like having a car that is capable of running 200,000 miles. I know you're going to probably exchange after 50,000 or 100,000 miles. That's one thing to keep in mind. So that means the material is more durable. That's the only way it could get brighter. The second thing is about your experience. When we talk about experience, there are two aspects. There is the whole black to white, which we call contrast, but there's also about color. The fact that QD OLED can go to 4000 nits is that it is true red plus green plus blue. There's no additional white boost or any of that. What that means is that anywhere in the screen you want deep reds, you can go that much higher. That much more capability is in the engine to kind of extract that. So that means that this kind of, so the QD OLED is more capable to kind of preserve the creator's content end to end. The third thing is, I would say, is the overall HDR experience. Now that's critical because if you're movies, you're looking at even games today, you're looking at even like, things that you might have shot on your own phone. These are high resolution HDR, whether it's being shot on a Samsung Galaxy S series, whatever, those cameras are now capable of shooting that. So if you're looking to kind of take what you saw or what you captured, whether it's you or a content creator, and then have the similar and same experience on the screen, you need that capabilities that kind of captures all of those things. And that's what I would say is the great benefit of kind of moving to the next generation. The last thing I would add, like as a bonus from a consumer's point of view, is that the QD OLED is not just, it's a great, probably one of the best out there for cinematic viewing because of the color volume and the deep contrast. And the deep contrast, the contrast is not just black to white, it's also the color contrast that you can create.
Color volume, yes.
Yeah, the color volume. And the second thing is that it's also great for viewing sports. If you have more color available, if I look at the Manchester United red, or if I look at someone else, those are the folks that, have that specific color. That, again, you can only get on a QD OLED. And the fact that this is a high refresh rate, great live sporting experience, and that also translates then into gaming if you're using this with your PlayStation or your Xbox.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We're almost there. As you can see, we're going to get started shortly, but until then, let me play back a short video we got down at CES with Samsung Display. I think you'll enjoy it. It's about our new OLED panels. We'll get started shortly. If you have any questions, please type it in the chat box. Let's watch the short video and see you in a few minutes.
Okay, so here we are, CES 2025. Guys, it's our pleasure today. We've got a great video lined up for you. We're going to be talking to Chirag Shah at Samsung Display. This is a part of Samsung's business that we've been wanting to get in here for a long time and really just talk to the man himself. And he's going to break it down for us today, all the great stuff that we want to hear. Chirag, go ahead, let it rip, man.
John and your team that's going to watch it later, welcome. We're excited that you reached out. What I'm going to do is I'll give you a quick overview of our QD OLED 2025 lineup. Let's start from over here. The first thing, this is our new logo for QD OLED. So we're kind of like, I'll move here, that way it'll come.
Yeah, it's going to track you.
So that's our new logo. It's I'm very passionate about. Basically, 2025 is a very, what we look at it is a quantum leap of experience that we're kind of unveiling this year. Let me tell you why. So if you come over here, let's start with this. So a few of the key things that we're unveiling here, first of all, is that this year, the QD OLED lineup, the TVs 55, 65, and 77, are the brightest displays, the brightest panels we've ever produced. We're able to reach 4,000 nits of peak brightness, 2,200 of 10%, and over 440 nits of full white. That's an exceptional performance when you think about it, that QD OLED uses an RGB